I am here sitting in the back of a car on the way to the airport with the luminous Karla Ortiz, who's just spent the week with us at TLC Workshops.
Hello.
I just wanted to chat with her for a couple minutes, since I don't get to spend nearly enough time with Karla, as wish we could.
Very busy.
But Karla, so you were saying this was your first longer format workshop, correct?
Yes.
So what did you think compared to your shorter ones?
So, they're very different.
Because normally you do what?
Yeah, normally I do like very short, between 3 to 6 hour workshops in just one day. This one around, was about 3 days full intensive. And while I really enjoy the, short format, I also discovered that I enjoyed the longer format. I didn't think I would. But it was really cool getting to see every student's, progress and seeing the points where they would feel hesitant towards something and kind of go in with a little, psychology hammer and break it and just be like, no man, you can do this. It's all good. It was really cool.
So where I met Karla was actually as an attendee to one of these workshops. How did it compare being a teacher versus being a student at one of these?
Oh man, wow. Well, that was about 4 years ago. I'm gonna say 3 to 4.
I'm gonna say 45, but okay.
I'm gonna say 3 to 4. I bet you. But it was crazy. I mean, it was the same. It was still held in the same place. Still, I had a rush of memories. When I went in, I was just like, oh, I remember when I was a student. And it was just kind of interesting. I've been teaching for a while, so a class doesn't daunt me anymore. It's not as overwhelming. But I don't know. It made me a little melancholic in the sense of oh, I used to be a student here, and now I come in and I'm a teacher, and it's just the weird twists and turns of life.
Well, it was a fabulous twist and turns of life. Karla attended the Ian McCaig-Brom combo workshop that we had.
So good.
We're trying to remember how many years ago.
I'm going to say 3.
It was at least 4, but we'll look it up and find out.
Okay,
So it was a little while ago. But I take a little bit of credit for presenting that, to have Karla there to meet. Tell that story.
So yeah, no. One of the reasons I went to that particular workshop was because I've always been a fan of both Ian and Brom. And it was one of those things where it was just I had to go. When I went to the workshop, I showed Ian my portfolio. That was around the time that I had just released one of my first magic cards, Tesa. And he saw it and he got super excited. He was like, oh, you're hired. And I'm like, I'm hired where? I don't know, but you're hired. It was super funny because my ex-art director was there. And he's like, no, you can't hire her. It was so funny because he's like, okay, fine. Tom is fantastic. But yeah, that would have never happened had I not gone to that workshop. And it's just
But you did get hired. Where did you get hired as a result of that?
I got hired into Industrial Light and Magic.
Right.
In which I got to work on a lot of crazy projects. I got to work on Jurassic World. I got to work on upcoming movies like World of Warcraft. I got to work a little bit. Actually, no, I hesitate to say that I got to work on Star Wars because my very minuscule, 2-hour contribution is not worth noting.
Okay.
But I got to work on a lot of great projects, and I got to work with a lot of fantastic people. And I got to really get to know what the film industry is like. It was just, for me, life-changing entirely. And all from that chance meeting. Well, it wasn't really a chance, it happened,
But all from attending a workshop.
All from attending a workshop. And it's just kind of testament to, how important, community workshops like these are. Where it's you get one-on-one time with a professional that normally would be very difficult to get. And it's impressive. It's amazing.
So besides this one-on-one time, which I totally agree, I think that is one of the amazing perks. What other benefits do you see students who are actually attending in-person workshops?
Oh, well, all those burning questions that you have that you always wonder oh no, do they from something as silly as do they sharpen their pencil this way to how can I get over my fear of failure? All these questions come up through that one-on-one kind of training. And it's the way that art should be taught, to be honest with you. I'm not a fan of the more college kind of plays very specific amount of time. Learning art is a process, you know. Sometimes it will take you a long time to figure out anatomy, and you shouldn't move into something else unless you're 100%, mastering it. And with college, people don't get that luxury, In college, you get a life drawing class that lasts you for like 2 or 3 months, and then you have to move on to whatever's next in order to get a degree. The way art was taught in history a long time ago, it was more of an apprenticeship thing, a master-apprentice type of situation, where the artist, would draw a cast for months and months and months, and unless they mastered it, they weren't allowed to move forward. That's kind of the training I got, where like I wasn't even allowed to go to the life drawing room like a year and a half into my training, and that's something you don't get, and that's something you can get kind of in like these very small workshops. Like I wish that they were like much longer.
It would be fun if we could do long ones.
But at the same time, like at least with these workshops, you get that but condensed. Like this weekend in particular, it was interesting finding out like specific students' weaknesses and just being like, okay, you need to observe more. So I'm going to focus your, and make sure that you are focusing on, measuring, on, sitting down and being patient. You don't press the pencil hard enough. You you always have this thing of like drawing everything a little lopsided, or you rushed into the drawing and you need to slow down. So all those things, like, you get to teach to a person. It's nice.
Well, it was a fabulous weekend. We were so glad that you could be here. So one final question for you. So what is the most exciting art thing upcoming for you?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, man. There's a lot. So, gallery-wise, I got 3 shows coming up this year. One at the Moleskine Show in Spoke Art Gallery. Another one, it's a tattoo show up in a Venn Gallery in Denver, Colorado. Spoke Art is in San Francisco. And then the one I'm really excited about is a solo show. And that is also going to be in Spoke Art in San Francisco. That's sometime this August. The other shows are a month from, next month. In terms of gallery work, that's where I'm super excited about. In terms of my concept work, I'm working right now on some really fun projects with Marvel Films. The one I'm super excited to come out is Doctor Strange, because I got to work very heavily on it. So once that comes out,